Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sidelines. Welcome to Milwaukee. Home court advantage for the Bucks. We're at the BMO Harris Bradley Center.
Ready to go?
Tip-off goes to Milwaukee. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Jay Crowder out there with Horford. And it's Johnson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Boston took a lot of steps forward last season with their coach, Brad Stevens. Still, though, their defense was near the middle of the road. That will need some tweaking.
Yeah, and you could say that seemed to be the limiting factor, Kevin, in how far they eventually went. Strange, given how several years ago they were an offensive juggernaut.
5 on the clock. It's Bradley on the wing. Tries it from 19. No good. On defense, Boston. Middleton drives in. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, you know, for the Celtics in their defense, a lot of it had to do with rim protection and challenging shots. They were actually last in the league in blocks.
Now here's Crowder. Here's Johnson, and he dunks it down.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne. Yeah, and the Celtics averaged under 4 blocks a game last season, but blocks aren't the whole story. They let opponents get too many easy looks inside the paint. That's the real factor why their defense was subpar.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Monroe. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. The Celtics working the ball around now. Bradley can't get it to go.
Certainly not the dream start they were hoping for, going 1 for 4 early.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And the shot is good.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
On the wing, Johnson. In the corner, Bradley with it. Picked by Horford. Bradley passes to Horford. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
Dellavedova dishes to Parker. All alone. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
Horford with the screen on Middleton. And it's Bradley off the drive. That's good.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
That's good.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
We talk about players who don't get a lot of recognition that probably deserve some. For me, Chris Middleton, Clark.
He's at the top of the list in that regard for me too, Kevin. I mean, really a revelation for the Bucks the last couple of years. He's a really good all-around forward who can do everything well.
And Middleton has improved every year as well. Added the 3-point shot after the rookie season, which made him very tough to deal with offensively.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Johnson. Urebko comes in for Al Horford. Brown is checked in for Crowder. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Avery Bradley. Now here's Parker. Pass to the professor. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And for Middleton, adding that 3-point shot was huge. I mean, not only can he keep teams honest outside, but he hits over 40% of his shots from beyond the arc.
Well, Milwaukee last year became just the 9th team in NBA history to go from Greg being the worst in the league to a playoff team.
Unbelievable what they accomplished. And they had a tough matchup in the first round with the playoff season Bulls, however. Things didn't go well, but they did get some valuable experience from that effort.
Now, here's Thomas. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. 6 to shoot. Cannot hit. And Milwaukee the other way now. There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter.
Well, as you said, guys, I mean, the Bucks struggled early in their series against the Bulls, but they got the momentum and forced a game 6, but then were blown out at home to end the series. Ended up losing by 54. That's right, 54. Wow.
That's tipped. They get it back.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Rozier, he's checked in for Thomas. And so Olynyk nails both of them. Bucks leading by 3. Ennis kicks to Plumlee. To the paint. Lays it up and in on a nice reverse.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
Now, here's Olynyk. The dish to Brown. It's deflected. Here's Vaughn. Tries from 10, and that one's good.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Bucks lead by 7. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back.
So true. I mean, when they get it going at the Air Canada Center, that place rocks. And it's great to hear Amir talk about how that pumps him up and makes him want to do it for Canada.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
It's been a point of emphasis, no doubt, to make sure they attack the rim offensively.
I love the fact they're not settling for outside shots. Keep attacking that rack.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court right now for the Celtics. Rozier's out there with Brandon. Then it's Jay Crowder. Then there's Horford. And it's Olynyk in at the 5.
And Greg Monroe really has had a good young career despite playing out of position for much of it. He has the size and skill set of an agile center, but was made to play power forward in Detroit once they drafted Andre Drummond, and that took some getting used to.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Johnson comes in for Kelly Olynyk, and Thomas subbed in for Rozier. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. We're talking about Greg Monroe, and Greg, you gave us a nice little synopsis. He doesn't have, Clark, the long-range jumper teams are now asking out of that position in this day and age in the NBA.
Yeah, more teams want that stretch power forward. He's not super athletic. Where he does his greatest damage is in the painted area. There's still value in that.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Thomas kicks to Johnson. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Monroe. And now, here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter.
Celtics call timeout.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first. The Boston Celtics figured to be near the bottom of the league last year. In many ways, they outperformed a lot of people's expectations.
And by no means were they a contender at any point, but they very well could be ahead of themselves in terms of the rebuilding process.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey, guys. Well, Brad Stevens had some advice for the team over that last break. Horford was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. Being in the position they're in, probably a smart move to go to the clipboard and switch things up while we're still in the first half. Kevin?
And thanks for that story, Doris.
Now that's a momentum shifter there. A steal leading straight to a quick bucket.
Yeah, and a great way, Clark, to capitalize on the turnover. Don't waste any time. Get the ball right up the court. And with the Celtics being a surprise threat near the end of last season, even their losses were close games.
And it's Bradley off the drive. Out to the wing. Crowder, the pass to Bradley. Shot clock at 5. Floats one. Can't get it to go.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup. And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And it's Monroe finishing it off.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow.
Horford sets a screen for Thomas. Kicks it to Horford. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bradley scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field. 1:56 left to play in the first half. Well, taking a look at Avery Bradley, his career's been kind of up and down. Greg started out in high school where he developed into one of the nation's top prospects in high school.
You know, it's a great point. And as a college freshman, really established himself as one of the top defensive guards in the country, won numerous awards, then enters the draft after only 1 year.
Celtics trail by 13. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Thomas goes in. Here's Bradley. That one wide left.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Nice open look, but it's no good.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Dellavedova dishes to Antetokounmpo. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
So they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Johnson with a screen on Middleton. To the wing right side. And Horford wide open. He shoots. Busted. No good that time either. And it's the Bucks ball. They're on a 14-4 run. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Antetokounmpo against Bradley. He's whistled for the 5-second back to the basket violation. Here's Thomas. To the inside. And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by Thomas.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Milwaukee